Hello, welcome to the Tutors of Life podcast, where we research life so you don't have to. Episode 472. This is your host, Shaun Tutor.
And this is Sam. And this is the talk episode where the tutors talk.
No video on this guy because we are in the car.
El Coche.
And we are on the way back from Florida.
Sadly.
Very sadly. We learned 3 days, breaking the drive up into 8 hours of driving, 10 hours of travel makes traveling with a 1-year-old and a dog way better.
Way better.
So that's what we do. We accept that we got to pay money at hotels.
Yeah.
And we don't hate life.
Yeah, because I also really enjoy sleeping in a bed.
Dude, sleeping in a bed is so nice.
Yep. And I don't sleep well in the car. Like, not at all. Shaun can do fine.
I'm fine.
But I don't do well.
What?
So, when you're driving for 24, with stops, probably 27 hours, 28 hours, whatever, you kind of need both people to be able to sleep.
It helps.
Yeah.
But we noticed Lily's threshold is definitely 8 hours.
Yep.
Yesterday we hit about 8 hours of driving, and it was like,
come on, guys. Let's get this
Sam
over
had
with.
to sit with her and keep her busy to not have a full breakdown.
Yep.
So, yeah, the 8 hour mark in a day, she's over it.
Yep.
So, but I mean, as time goes on and as she gets older, that stuff will change. But as of right now, you got to work with what you got.
Yeah, and since we plan on having more kids, we're probably going to be doing this a lot with a 1-year-old. So.
Yeah, probably going to be living this life here for a number of years.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided we want to spend more time in Florida.
Yeah, definitely.
It was -3 when we got up in Indiana this morning, and I said, what the fuck are we doing with our lives?
Mm-hmm.
I actually was, I don't know if I've ever, thought more about, why do I live up here than this morning when it was -3. I don't know. Last night, I had to undo the cooler last night, and my hands, quit working. It was so cold out.
Yep.
And that's when I asked myself, why?
Also, did you realize Indiana has more snow than here?
Indiana has way more snow than Illinois.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's
Yep.
kind of weird.
That is weird. So yeah, that was something. But even then, if we would have stayed in Florida, it wasn't great. It was lows of 20s.
Yeah, at night it was 20, and then during the daytime it was mid-60s.
Yeah, mid-60s, 50, 60, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lily's a little not too happy. But we're going to try to keep her entertained so we can get home. Let's see. What up? That's working well.
Yeah, that worked real well for me.
Working well. She,
I don't even know what she wants.
to be out of the car.
Yeah, I think she just wants to
Most likely
move.
to be out of the car. What do we got, Sam? What's new?
We're working on our Tutors of Life brand book right now.
Ah, yeah.
We've talked about it quite a bit before. We were in a group called CCV with Rob Bailey, and we haven't done it for multiple years, but he posted oh, want this free education? Sure. And it was building yourself a brand in 30 days. And
Yes.
so every day for the month of December, he sent an email that had a short YouTube video that you could watch, and then a worksheet to fill out for the day. And so we've been just kind of slowly working on that. Obviously, it's not December, but we printed it out pretty much at the end of December just so we could work on it. Because a lot of the stuff we do have done for Tutors of Life, but some of it, it's been 5 years since we started this, so we figured we should go over it. So we've been working on that, and that's been kind of fun to relook at why we want to do this, what's our goal, what's our mission, what do we want this to look like in the future. So that's been nice.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff, it was really funny because obviously he's like doing it for people that haven't started businesses. And a couple of the days are like, pick your color scheme, make your logos. Is this something that you think you'll like in 5 years? And I was just like, well, obviously, because we've had this for 5 years now.
Yep.
So I think we'll keep going with this.
Yep.
So yeah, so it's been nice and fun to kind of go through that again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. And it's good to see we had a lot of stuff already done, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the first couple days were very much more like, what's your vision? What's your purpose? Who's your audience? What's your like outlet? So like, are you a service? Are you a product?
Oh, sure, yep.
That stuff, and then like, what are you gonna use for, like, to get people to purchase or use your product? So yeah, it's been kind of like fun doing that, and then we're kind of in the middle right now, which was like a lot of the design stuff. But it's nice to go through that again because I realized some of the stuff that we have wasn't consistent. Like the fonts weren't consistent. The color schemes actually I discovered were not consistent. I had like some slightly different shades of navy and slightly different shades of green. So I kind of went through and made everything the same shade now, same font. So that's nice. And yeah, and we're gonna keep kind of probably going through the book and doing a couple more things. We're gonna start blogging again, is what we decided. I think we posted one blog in 2025.
Yeah, not very good.
No.
We didn't do good with blogs.
No.
And we always got a lot more like views on our blogs than our podcasts.
Yeah.
So it's probably the thing we shouldn't have stopped doing.
Yep.
So it'd be really good to get back to that and stuff. So, yeah, we'll get back to blogging. That'd be really good.
Mm.
But yeah.
And then we want to start having some guests on the podcast,
Which we've talked about for years.
Yeah. But now we have the Office podcast room is set up. I just need to do a couple of test runs with multiple guests, and then we can we'll have that up and rolling.
Mm-hmm. Then we need to get the camera going. Right?
Oh, the actual camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, the actual camera, yeah. Right now we can still use my phone, but we do have a nice camera that I need to hook up to the computer. I just haven't done that yet.
Right. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, that's kind of the fun things we've are working on in Tutors of Life.
Yeah. A lot of people suck at driving, I've learned.
Yeah.
A lot of people suck at driving. Road construction ahead, awesome. So what else? What else we got here, Sam?
We Krispy Kremes.
Oh my God, dude! Stopped at a couple Krispy Kremes. They are the king. They're so good. They're so good.
Last night when we stopped at one, the guy because Sean's like, I want an original, and the guy goes, want a fresh one? Sean's like, obviously.
Yeah, bro, 100%.
So yeah, the dude just turns around, takes one fresh off the conveyor belt.
It was so fucking good, dude.
Oh,
it was so good.
It was really good.
Yeah. It's hard to be upset about a fresh, off the conveyor belt Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
Oh. So, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. And we can't. So we obviously we talked about Big D's donuts, and I don't know if we talked about Duck Donuts too in Florida. Both of those are kind of in their own category of donuts.
Yeah, because Duck Donuts is like a cake donut.
Yep.
Which is delicious. It's so good, but it's a different style of donut.
And Big D's was kind of more like croissant donuts, I would say.
They had croissant donuts, but they also had your like raised donuts.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of a different style of donut. So you can't be like, well, this one or this one. It's just all.
Can't compare apples to oranges.
That's right. It's just they all taste so fucking good.
Yep.
But Duck Donuts, there's also one in Woodbury.
Mm-hmm.
So get yourself over there and
there's also Krispy
through.
Kreme in Woodbury too.
Wait, what?
I believe so.
No. No.
Well, at least in the cities, I think there is.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. When I was looking at the map for Krispy Kremes,
No,
I swore it showed me one.
If there is, dude, I've been living a lie.
Are we shocked that Chicago has like 4 of them?
No.
Okay, it's in Fridley, Minnesota.
Where's that at?
Just north of the cities.
How far is that from Eau Claire?
Hold on. Directions. From Oakland. An hour and a half.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why have I never gone there?
Because usually we're in like downtown or southern.
Yes.
And this is more north.
Okay. That's fair. That checks out. That checks out.
Yeah. I think we have stopped somewhere close to here though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. So we stopped in Georgia in Atlanta. Kennesaw? Stopped in Kennesaw, Georgia. Visited our buddy Max. We haven't seen Max in a few years. And him and I used to talk a lot. But haven't chatted with him in a couple years. So we were cruising through and said, hey, where should we stay? He's like, either stay in Kennesaw or where's he live?
I don't know. Something right next door to it.
Something near Kennesaw. And he's like, stay in one of these years. Like, okay, perfect. And anyways, came out, hung out with us. It's a wonderful time. Had some Labatt Blues, baby. Those were pretty good. Made my guts feel like absolute death afterwards, but they were good while they lasted. And also, you don't really want to drink when you're traveling, because then the next day I had to do nothing but take a shit.
And you're stuck in a car.
I'm stuck in a car. So, and I woke up feeling like absolute death. It wasn't like waking up like, oh, I'm ready to get on the road. I woke up and I was like, I gotta sleep 30 more minutes. I'm dying.
Yeah.
So, turns out it's not very smart to do that, which I very well knew. Like, this isn't something new to me. I knew that. I just was like, hey, we're hanging with a friend. We're all like, and so anyways. But why bring that up? Go ahead.
Plus, he brought the beer.
He brought the beer.
You can't say no.
Say, hey, you want some beer? I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's have a beer.
Yeah.
Let's have 2. Let's have 3, whatever.
Let's finish a case.
That's whatever. You know, it happens. Mm-hmm. Anyways, it was fun because he's a conservative feller, similar to myself. And it was interesting because as we talk on here, like we talk a lot of conspiracies, right? And it was fun because as I'm chatting with him and I'm bringing up some conspiracies to him, he's like, I never heard of this. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, have you heard of this? And I'm like, no. And it was like back and forth we hung out for like 3 hours. I'd say an hour of it was back and forth with like different conspiracy ideas. Mm-hmm. And we're like, bro, how are we in this same... Essentially, you would consider us to be in the same camp, right? But him and I both, we very well both judge both parties very hard. We're not for the team, you know? But it was really fun to listen to him in like some of the ideas and things that he's looked into. That I never have heard of or considered. And one of them that was awesome is that one of the best structures for government is a monarchy. Mm-hmm. And especially a hereditary monarchy.
Yeah.
So it gets passed down to kids. And it was super interesting because he's like, a government is because Sam and I always talk like your government should be ran
Like a business.
like a business. Well, how are most private companies ran? Most private companies are ran with a monarchy system. So you've got someone at the top, then you got people below it, people below it, people below it, all the way down, right? It's like your typical tree or org chart.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, well, why would you not have your country this way? And I was like, holy shit, good point. And then he said the thing with the hereditary monarchy is it is in the king's best interest to raise a good child who's taking over and make the best operating system, the best smooth ran company, so that he's not pawning off shitty stuff like a shitty company on his kid. Which I was like, that checks out. That makes a ton of good sense. He also said you get in way less conflicts and way less bloody wars with monarchies. Reason being, all of the people in your army is a part of the king's cross, the king's army. So the king pays for the army. So if the king is looking at wars, he's not going to just throw people at wars that aren't winnable, easy wars if he's going to take a lot of casualties, because he's just looking at that as dollar bills going down the drain. So he's not going to be cool with his investment, his military investment, to be just thrown down the drain because essentially of all the like random weird wars that we're always a part of. So it's a cool take, because I always thought, you need some level of republic or something, but republics have really only been around for like 100 years, and monarchies were around for thousands. So it's just cool. Like Sam and I always talk about, like, don't base your life off of the last 100 years. And sure enough, like chatting with Max, it's like, oh wait, we've been thinking about that wrong too. So maybe we're going to set up some Kings protests that we would like some Kings put back into power, because it actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Because I was telling Shaun I was reading this book called The Selection. It's definitely more of a girly book, but whatever. The premise, though, is about how the U.S. Collapsed. And it was, like, super, like, the whole world was pretty much fighting each other and all this. And one man rose pretty much to the top and led everyone to help defeat the foreigners that were in our country and whatever. So they made him, like, the monarch. Well, the issue was, it's maybe because he wasn't hereditary, like, he just took over. He kind of made it, he made, like, a bad system for it. So he made it, like, a caste system instead. So pretty much whatever caste you were in was the only jobs you could get. So, like, the main girl's a 5, and she could only get any jobs that were in something musical, artsy, in that realm. And then, like, her brother had no artistic abilities at all, and so he was going to be, like, screwed when he grew up, because he had to get a job, and that was the only thing. And then, obviously, like, when you do stuff that you don't like, you're going to have, like, revolts and stuff. So, it was the initial king, it was his son. He, like, went even, like, extreme. Like, he didn't give a shit about his people, nothing. Like, he did not care. And nobody really knew why, but that's just how he was. And so they had all of these people coming and attacking the castle because they were just so unhappy with this caste system. Eventually, he dies. His son takes over, marries this girl that was in the 5 caste, and they abolish the caste system. And guess what? No more revolts happen.
Shocker.
Yeah. It did take, like, obviously a lot of time, like, so I think, because there's, one of the books is about their daughter, and so that would be, like, 20 years in the future, and I think there were still, like, some parts of the country still trying to recover from, like, being so far in poverty.
Yeah, but I mean, you also got to keep in mind, right? With that, there was no more revolts then, but as we know, the world is cyclical. It always does, like, your 80 to 100 year phase.
Yeah.
And right now we're in our, like, 80 to 100th year where we have weak men.
Yeah.
Weak men create hard times. So we're in the hard times. Weak men had created hard times for us. So that's where we're at right now, which we've got a ton of weak men as well. But then essentially now we have to restart our civilization, because we're going to have weak men create hard times, and the hard times create strong men.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially this is the next phase, is the strong men starting to be built, which we're starting to see some more of.
Oh, for sure.
Especially, like, a lot of, it's Gen Z right now, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Gen Z stepping up, and it's like, we're sick of this shit.
Even, like, the Gen Alphas, the early Gen Alphas.
Is that the next one?
Yeah.
They said they said, like, a lot of they pulled a lot of Gen Z males and a lot of Gen Z females, and it was like something crazy, like 70% Gen Z males are conservative, and then on the opposite side, conversely, I think they said like 70 to 80 or so percent of Gen Z females are liberal. And so there's a big divide right now.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to be a part of a political party that says, that, like, constantly blames you for being the problem?
100%.
So you don't really want to be a part of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's part of the thing, like you were saying. There's there wasn't people protesting after they took over.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they restart that 80 to 100 year cycle.
Yeah.
And so...
And I think, like, once you... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it goes to show, like, the revolt... The people that were revolting won, basically. I mean, because they wanted change. They wanted to abolish the caste system.
Right.
And they killed the king that had the caste system.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, they won. Thankfully they didn't kill the son, so then because the son had the knowledge of how to run the country anyways,
right?
So there's so
we need to pay our tolls.
Yeah, it automatically does.
It automatically pays them. Sick.
Yeah, because we did this road trip before. Our license plate's connected to our card.
Sweet.
Yep. Anyways, yeah, so this son knew how to, like, run the country because he had to learn from such a young age.
Right.
So then, like, you didn't have someone who had to get thrown into how do I run this country and how do I get rid of this caste system.
Yeah.
He already knew how to run the country, so that part was easy. And then then he had the time to work on abolishing the caste system.
That makes a lot of sense. Elato sensei.
Yeah. But yeah, it just makes so much more sense just to be able to hand down that knowledge instead.
Right.
Because, I mean, look at every time we get a new president. Obviously, there's months of kind of nothing going on because they're probably having to learn and figure out how to run the country.
Right.
And then... Also, just how we do things doesn't really work anyways, because, like, we pretty much go in 2-year cycles. Well, 2 years isn't enough time to really get anything voted on, to see if anything actually improves or not.
Right.
Like, you don't really get a clear picture if anything's, like, what's working and what's not working.
Correct.
Because I'm sure midterms is coming up in November.
Well, yep.
And with how things are looking and how dumb things have been going, one of either the House or the Senate's gonna flip.
Right. And then they can impeach Trump again, and then we get to start over with all the dumb shit again.
Right. And then it's just gonna waste so much time. We're not gonna get anything actually accomplished.
Right.
It's just gonna be dumb. So yeah, and then I remember when Obama was in office, everyone, and my mom told me this, I know she did, but I remember them always saying, like, the first four, like, so a president's first term is never really, like, a whole lot of their actions. It's always the second term is when you see, like, their actions come into play.
All their policies come into play.
Right.
Yep.
And, like, then you can kind of start seeing, like, how the changes are going and all this stuff.
Right.
So it's always been, like, so weird to me, like, when people were, like, so upset about, like...
Well, the most recent one was the health insurance thing.
Yes.
And people are like, oh, Trump's wrecking health insurance. It's like, no. Biden, that was Obamacare, and it got extended under Biden to end the first year Trump's in office. So then it makes it look like it's Trump's fault that the healthcare shit, all the
prices skyrocket.
Yeah, all the prices skyrocket because there's no more. They gave a bunch of like credits or whatever to make it cheaper.
Yeah, tax credits. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now it ends in Trump's thing, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, F Trump!" It's like, no. Biden passed that, and he made it end the year Trump took office. So it's like, that's not a Trump thing. Now, is Trump doing everything great? No, but that's one of the things that.
Well, and then they're also saying, like, Republicans are also at fault because Democrats are trying to extend that credit. But with that, they were trying to also get it where illegals got, I think, free health care.
Something absolutely absurd.
It was something absurd. And it was just like, no, like, that we shouldn't have to give illegals free health care just so we get tax credits. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't go with the narrative of Americans first.
No, not at all.
So it was just, that was just a huge shit show.
So, yeah, I mean, without making this all about, today's current politics, it was just interesting that chat with Max, how many, like, because you always hear the, like, the right and the left, like, there's a huge discrepancy between the right and the left. And if you only consume on the left, the shit on the right's going to seem absurd. If you only consume on the right, the shit on the left's going to seem absurd, right? But then the fact that, like, there's more stuff on the right side conspiracy-wise, I was like, whoa, that's super interesting. Hadn't heard of it, but I'm glad I am.
It just goes to show how much shit is going on. Like, honestly, it was just insane for the fact that we probably went through, what, like, 10 conspiracies each?
Right. Maybe not quite that much, but it was a lot. And maybe close to that.
Right. And, like, we hadn't heard of any of those.
Right. I think I heard of, like, one that he brought up, and he heard of, like, one I brought up, and maybe, like, somewhere in the realm of, like, probably 7, 8 conspiracies. It's just cool, you know? Yeah. It's good. It's good to have those chats, too, because it opens your eyes that, like, and a lot of the conspiracies we were talking about have already been proved right, you know?
Yeah, they're not conspiracies anymore.
Right.
They're not theories anymore.
They're not theories. They're just conspiracies. They actually happened. Most of them were that way. There was only a couple that we talked about, which had to do with, like, ancient civilizations and aliens.
Yeah.
That was only, like, 2 of the ones we talked about that were, like, out there, but it was fun to hear both versions and be like, oh, wait, well, these actually could align by X. And I'm like, holy fuck. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was visiting Max. It was great.
It was awesome.
Then we reminisced a little bit about Asia.
The good old days.
So Max was originally one of my friends from marching band, and that was the year that I took Shaun on the Asia trip with me. And it's just so funny because Max even brought it up because he was telling one of his buddies about hanging out with us. Both of them had the same opinion about each other the first time they saw each other. Shaun did not like Max. Max did not like Shaun. And then what, you guys like talked one time and you both were just like, damn, you're fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, it was almost all the way to the end of the trip. And someone brought up, one of the liberals brought up Trump calling Haiti a shithole. And Max is like, well, it kind of is a shithole. And then, Max brought up how it was awesome that Trump called Haiti a shithole. And one of the liberals is like, oh my God, that's so wrong. Like, Haiti's not a shithole, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I mean,
kind of is.
It is a shithole. And then Max and I were like, hey. So then we ended up hanging out and chatting because we ended up hanging, like, Sam and I decided not to go on one of the
excursions in Bali.
And Max also decided not to go. So we're like, hey, Max, let's hang out for the day. By 1 hour into the day, we're like, oh, fuck, man. Because it was like 14 days into our trip, of the 18-day trip. And we're hanging out. And I'm like, fuck, dude, had I known this, I'd have been hanging out with you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
We were like best friends instantly.
Yep.
And then we ended up, working together after that for a couple years. And we just would always hang out and chat and get lunch and all that good stuff. And it was just really cool. Mm-hmm. Really cool to make a friend, where you wouldn't expect to.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Max and I talked too. Like, neither of us really talk to a whole lot of people from college anymore.
Right. Well, I think that's most people, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
college friends are a lot. Actually, both high school and college friends are. It's hard when you move, like, everywhere.
Right.
So, obviously, like, I have stayed in the same place that I grew up and went to college. But, like, just about all of my high school friends, except for one of them that we still see, all moved away. And then all of my college friends moved away.
Right.
Not a single one of them still lives in Eau Claire.
Are you sure?
Who are you thinking?
I don't actually know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, a lot of them moved away, and it's just hard to, like, keep in contact with people, especially, like, when you have different stages of life and everything.
Yeah.
We all got married at different times. Shaun and I are the only ones of my college friends, only one with a kid.
Of college friends, yeah.
I have college friends, yeah. So yeah, it's just it's hard to stay in contact, I guess.
It does. It gets tough. One, life happens and shit, and that's why I like my golf trip with the boys. Mm-hmm. We do it once a year. Get to see a bunch of the high school guys. It's really the only time I see most of those guys.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that, to stay in touch with those guys once a year. And
yeah, that's why Shaun and I really liked. We usually would go to Fish Day.
Yeah.
We had a lot going on this summer, and plus Marie, who we go visit, was very pregnant.
Fam, dude.
That's awesome. And so we didn't go this year, but that one's always fun because then I get to see, like, Marie, who's one of my good high school friends, and her family.
Yep.
They all adore us, so.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It is nice to do those things, like, once a year. It's a guarantee I'll see them at this time.
Well, I can't remember what book or podcast I was listening to, but they were talking about the importance of setting up, what's the things that reoccur every year?
Like holidays?
No.
Annual?
Traditions.
Oh, traditions.
It's good to set up traditions because as you age, the only way to truly, like, the best way to stay in touch with people and keep that, like, community is through traditions.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like we go, and the best thing is to do the traditions at the same time every year.
Oh, yeah.
So, like the golf thing, it's always Labor Day weekend.
Right.
So it's like you never have to guess. You never be like, what time this year, boys? No, it's just like Labor Day weekend, golfing.
Yep.
That's it, every year. And so Sam and I were just talking about, like, the Florida trip. It's like, yeah, we could do Florida every year, leave the end of the second week or whatever.
Yeah.
Or start of the third week we leave for Florida every year, you know?
Yeah. That's, like, one thing I've always, like, I've seen a couple people post about it, and it would just be so cool to do. Especially, like, as we had kids and some of our other friends, like, start having kids. Like, I mean, yes, like, we go to Florida, but, like, let's say, like, every year in March, we go to, I don't know, some cool place. Some, like, resort in Key West or something.
Sure.
And, like, every year we go to the same resort, and it's, like, these 4 families, so, like, our kids get to grow up together.
Right.
All the parents get to hang out, and it's, like, every year we go there for a week and reconnect and have fun.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be difficult to do at Key West. You'd almost want to do it in the summer, and you'd want to do it somewhere like the Dells or something.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anything off the top of
Sure.
my head, so that's why I just said that.
Yeah, you'd want to do something like that because it's and the reason I say that is, like, most of our friends are in the, you know, Wisconsin, Minnesota area.
Yeah.
So if you take somewhere in the summer like the Dells, it's super easy to be like, you know, whether they're in Ashland, Milwaukee, whatever, the cities, Green Bay.
Oh, it's, like, attainable.
Yeah, like,
accessible.
It's central. We're just meeting at the Dells. We stay at this place. We do this, and you can do it forever.
Yeah.
And then you can get set up and, like, rebook the same, like, cabins or, like,
Oh, yeah, every year.
Every year. It's like, because we went up, we only did it a couple years, but for a couple years we went up to Canada fishing, and it was cool because it was the same folks every year at the same time, and they just rebooked while they were there for the following year. Same campsite, same everything. So then every year it was the same folks there. So then everyone was friends. Everyone drank together, did the fish fries together, went out fishing. Like, it was really cool, you know.
Well, and that's what, like, Amanda was saying about Deerfoot Lodge. Like, she said,
right,
most, like, if people don't rebook when they leave,
they're not going to.
Their spot's gone.
Right.
So yeah, I guess, like, finding something like that. It's just getting an inn. I feel like at this point, finding an inn.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's probably a ton of people that do that.
You just got to find the right place, the
Yeah.
right resort that hasn't fully gotten its feet under them or is under new management or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, that's kind of that. What else you got?
Lily's birthday?
Yep. It happened. She's won.
Yep. We went on a walk. We had pancakes for dinner.
Pancakes for dinner. She likes pancakes.
Yeah, she does. She loves pancakes. We forgot to buy a candle, so we lit a lighter over top of a pancake.
And all she did was try to grab it.
Yep. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was. We're gonna have a birthday party for this weekend with some family, and yeah, that's about it. She's still not walking, which is fine. I'm fine with it.
It's good.
It is good. She thrived in the sunshine.
She loved it.
Yep. Loves the sand. She likes the water. But
She didn't like going face first in the water.
Yeah, no.
So I brought her in the ocean and was, like, up to her waist, and she's like, whatever. But then I don't think she realizes what she does, but she, like, pulled herself down because she wanted to, like, hug the water. And so I let her, and hugging the water means
Face in the water.
face in the water. And then she was like, I don't like that. And I was like, yeah.
Yep.
So we're going to get her swimming lessons so she gets used to that.
Yep.
And that'd be really good.
But, yeah, she thrives in the sunshine.
Loved it. Dude, look at this. This is what I need. That's all a guy needs, right?
Whatever you
a
want,
little
baby.
soupy.
I can say I already miss seeing the nice fancy cars.
Oh, dude. I miss the nice cars. I miss no salt. Every car is so fucking dirty and salty up here, dude.
Yeah.
I miss the no salt, dude.
Yeah.
Is it too much to ask for? Kinda.
In here, yes.
Yeah. Indiana was neat. All the houses look the same.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Like they do they did that in Tennessee too.
Mm-hmm.
They do like big housing developments where every fucking house is the same house.
And they're all square with no character, nothing.
Zero.
It's just a 2-story square house with a
Weird.
deck on the back.
I didn't like it.
No.
I didn't like it at all.
It was creepy.
Yeah, I was like, eh, that's the type of community I ain't trying to live
And it was
in.
just these big fields of house.
Yeah. Now, I don't mind when you see some places. I don't mind seeing, like the HOAs where everyone's house maybe has like a similar builder, but they're different houses. They're different character houses, and they got like different character on everyone's house. That's cool to me. That's fine. If you want to live in a development HOA, that's cool. But when every house is the same, I'm like, yeah, they're the same colors.
Yeah,
So
it's like the same 3 colors.
Yeah, I'm like, no. I'm like, how the fuck you know where you're going?
Right.
It's the gray house. Which one? There's 70 of them. It's the square one. Which one? There's 70 of them.
Yep. Yeah. One thing I did tell Shaun that I noticed is Florida houses have a lot of character on the outside.
So much character.
And so it's just so neat because that's like one thing we were looking at, that one house that we tried to buy in Eau Claire. I told him, I was like, it's just so like, it's just a plain ranch. And I was like, it'd be nice if we could put, what do you call them? Dormers? Dormers on it to like add a little bit of character. Like, whatever. Like our current house has a cute little front porch. It's a little different. Our previous house, I did not care for the front, but there wasn't much we could really do.
We could have done some. It just didn't.
It just so many houses in like Eau Claire specifically just lack so much character. It's just a rectangle box.
Right.
And it's so boring. I hate it. And then we go to Florida and like people have cool little like metal signs and pink doors, and their landscaping looks so cute and just put together, and it's so nice. And they have all these cool arches. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just have so much character and style, and I just love it.
Yeah, they were really cool. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, like it makes sense because you need to be away from the bugs, but so many 3-season porches. Like every house has a 3-season porch off the back or off the front or both.
Yep. It was so cool. Or they'd have the screens for their garages too.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, we have lots of cool ideas of things we want in a house up here still.
Right.
I do think as well. Shoot, where was I going to go with that?
Lots of cool ideas.
Yeah, I don't know. We just have lots of cool ideas. Oh, low tire in the road. I do think that's why I like so many of the houses that are way out of our price range in Eau Claire.
They got character.
Because they have character. So, yeah, I think we have, now we have some cool, I think probably cheaper ideas of how to add some character to some houses.
Big time.
So, it was good. It was a very good experience.
Yep.
That's what I got.
I don't know if I got much else. Looking forward to being done driving. I'm not looking forward to the weather, but I'm looking forward to being done driving.
Yeah. Same.
So.
I'm excited to get back into the swing of things.
Get back to life.
Get back to life, yeah.
Yeah.
Vacation was fun and cool. We did obviously also work because we own a business. So
It's what we do.
yeah, we kind of like doing it too. But it'll be really nice to get back home and kind of start putting a lot of the stuff we thought of and came up with to use.
Yes.
We did a lot of business planning and thinking. I think a lot of life planning and thinking.
Yep.
So now it's just I'm excited to see where we can take it.
Absolutely.
Cool. That's what I got.
All right. Well, gang, thanks for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
See ya.